I wouldn't watch this video unless you're feeling very mentally stable. Just a warning, even for me, the details of this case were incredibly harrowing and difficult to get through. This adorable little girl is Megan Kung. She was just 4 years old but had lived through more abuse than most people even hear about in their entire lives. She was born in 2015 in Singapore to the content creator Simon Boy and his partner at the time, Fu Li Ping. Disclaimer, Simon Boy had absolutely nothing to do with any of this and was incredibly devastated by it. The pair split up and little Megan started living with her mum, Fu, and also Fu's mum, so her grandmother, basically, in a rented apartment. And it was when Megan had started to go to nursery when she was about 3 years old that the nursery staff noticed loads of marks all over her that just did not look normal. She had like suspicious looking bruises, and I honestly see this so much in child abuse cases where the nursery start to talk about this, notice this, speak up about this, and then the mother just takes them out of nursery. By this point, this poor child was absolutely covered head to toe in bruises, marks on her face, her arms, her legs. Turned out her mum and her grandmother were caning this little child, this tiny 3-year-old girl. And you might be wondering where the child's dad was, Simon Boy. Well, I believe he was actually in prison at this point. He's been very honest and open about his struggles with substances over the years, and he's been in prison and also a rehab. Since then, he has totally changed his life around, but at this point, he was not looking after his child. So while Megan was in custody of her mum and her nan, she was going through absolute hell, but things would only get worse when her mum met another guy. This was Wong Shi Zhang. But it was only when it was far, far too late that the true horrors would be revealed. In July 2020, the biological dad, Simon Boy, actually rang police and said he was really concerned about his daughter. He hadn't seen her for ages. He was really concerned for her welfare. And when Megan was unable to be located, the mum, Fu, and her boyfriend at the time were arrested. What police found on their phones, honestly, is absolutely horrific, shocking. I am just warning you again now. This little girl was continuously slapped, kicked, ridiculed, made to wear a soiled nappy on her head on occasions. The boyfriend made the little girl eat food from the bin, forced her to sleep outside in a planter. They did substances in front of her. They didn't care what the weather was outside. She was being locked out there to sleep. She also, bless her, had a real fear of water, so just basically to be cruel, they would spray water at her. They found this funny. They had absolutely no regard for this little girl's well-being at all. It was truly evil how they treated this girl. In February 2020, things came to an end when the boyfriend, Wong, punched the helpless child in the stomach, killing her. And in their next cowardly act, they left her body in the apartment while they just carried on living their life, traveling around, staying in hotels, wondering how they were going to dispose of the body. They ended up burning Megan's body in a metal barrel after researching how to do this online. Fu was given 19 years in prison and Wong got 30 years plus 17 strokes of the cane.